Alright, hey guys there, it's Josh. Welcome back to more Let's Play Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2. In the last episode, we just did a tournament to earn some money to get some money and teach you basic fighting mechanics. If you haven't seen that and you're curious on how the game works in terms of controls and how fighting works, I recommend going to watch that first. But if you guys have already seen it and you just want to watch my takes, welcome. Here I am for you.
Long ago, 7 magic Dragon Balls were forged that, when gathered together, would summon a dragon to grant a wish. This is the story of those whose lives were touched by the Dragon Balls.
Hey, you came! I was starting to get bored. What do you say? Should we have some adventures in the world of Dragon Ball Z? My friends and I have plenty of experience with intense fighting. Well then, choose a scenario.
Alright, so, how this works is there are different scenarios. Achievement ratio is basically completion of all the scenarios, which is it's not hard.
Exciting, isn't it?
You click the scenario, as the moment there's only one, and when you pick it, obviously, if you were to start, over, you'd have only the one. But if you, let's say, did a few missions and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go fight my friend because I unlocked so-and-so. Well, you could quit and go back to fight, and you want to come back here, other things will be started, and you could just click where you left off. Easy peasy. Game level, there's level 1, which is easy, medium, and hard. I don't know why it's numbers, but I always do level 3 because I need the challenge. It's the one game I actually need the challenge.
Time and again, Goku and his friends have successfully defended the Earth from powerful villains. But now, an evil alien menace has descended upon Earth, the Saiyans. The first to arrive was Raditz, Goku's older brother. And following close behind was Vegeta, soon to become Goku's fiercest rival. The countdown to the Day of Destiny has begun.
Alright, so the Saiyan Saga. So, right now, we're playing as a character named Piccolo, and as you see, we're on the world map, and you can hold the Z button to just fly around and go to the different squares. Different squares are areas you can interact with, like right here is Kami's Lookout. If you were to go to Kami's Lookout, usually there's someone to talk to, sometimes there's people to fight, and sometimes there's also items to get. Like right here, we got an item called Hercule's Secrets, which, off the top of my head, I don't know what it does, so we'll have to find out a little later. But you could talk to... No? There we go. Oh, I'm bored. Hey, you. Why don't you see if you could pass one of my little tests? And you have... And sometimes he has someone to fight. And so, ready to fight. However, as you notice, we're level 8. He's level 45. You might be thinking, oh, that's... There's RPG mechanics. How are you possibly going to beat him? Well, one, it's not that serious. Levels don't constitute strength per se. Level... Or skill. Levels constitute how much of a given stat that you have. So what you would do is you'd go to Evolution Z. And you see the reason you're level 8 is because you have level 1 and everything else. So you're like, okay, well, all logic and password is for create your characters, by the way. I'm sorry to tangent there. You might be thinking, oh, okay, well, I'll just keep fighting and these will eventually level up. Wrong. That is wrong. I don't know why they don't explain this better, but this is not how you level up. You don't level up by just fighting. You need to equip a Z item. If you equip a Z item, which, like right now, for example, we have a health +1. Equip that. Okay, our level went up. And it's like, alright, our life went up to level 2. Now we're total level 9. That's not entirely how you level up. That's how you level up your base stats. As you fight, that Z item will level up to, I think, all the way up to plus, I want to say 20 off the top of my head. And then that's how you level up your characters. So you want to equip Z items, and you may be thinking, oh, there's health, and the reason these are all question marks because the health plus, it's health +1, +2, +3, +4, so on and so forth. That Hercule's Secrets, is it here? No, it's an item for later. And you could upgrade your health, your ki, and basically one of everything. However, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 slots and 8 stats. So you're not going to be able to upgrade everything. And also, 2 slots are not open. You can't do them. And you will never unlock on their own. You need to equip an item, which takes a slot, to unlock the other two, which is only a net gain of 1, which I still recommend. And so you need to be careful of how you want to approach this. Well, are you going to be using ki a lot, like ki blasts, which I never explained, is just use the B button. Yes or no, we'll equip a ki. Are you going to be using blast ones? Then yeah, equip that. I don't ever use the ki or blast 1. I equip health, attack, defense, blast 2 at ultimate blast. Because I very rarely use blast 1. And blast 1, oh, and speed. I think I do speed. Alright, well, let's de-equip speed for now. Because speed... Yeah. De-equip speed. Yeah, right here. Equipment slots plus 2. So if you do that... yes, equip it. Then these two will be open. Perfect. Now we can equip more of what we want. Key attack, defense, speed. I think I have to re-equip speed. Yeah. And then you could equip a blast 1 if you want. I never equip a blast 1 because I feel like blast 1s aren't... They're meant to like give you stat buffs more than they are damage wise. Now, for all I know, because I haven't ever used them, blast 1 stats might just be how fast they, or how long they last on the field. But now we have from level 9 to 14. And as we continue to fight with Piccolo through the entire game, the items he has, except the equipment slots plus 2, will level up. And he himself will level up. And so now we're going to fight. And it gives you the battle conditions, which is just win the battle. Sometimes it's survive, sometimes it's a question mark, like special battle. We don't know what to do. But it's easy peasy. And I'm going to show you how much I can just wreck in a short amount of time. Man, it feels good just playing this game. I was worried that I wasn't going to be able to like commentate very well, or where would I even commentate? But I did a test playthrough, kinda. I tested the game to see, one, if I could even record it in the first place, because I don't really have anything to record on my Wii. Man, you were just giving me a hard time. I don't really have anything to record my Wii, so I had to hook it up to my Wii U, but I had to see if it even fit in the first place. Man, so Master Roshi, oh, this is what I'm talking about. This is Rush, and I lost. Jeez Louise. Okay. Master Roshi's, I would say the only reason he's tough is because he can't fly. So when you're in the middle of a combo and you have to take a brief pause, more often than not, he'll just fall before you can finish your combo. But there you go, we beat him. We cleared the mission, and that's how it is. You gain experience, Zenny, which is money, and we got speed plus 2. We didn't level up, and I could equip the speed plus 2, but I'm not going to, because when you de-equip an item, then it gets rid of all the experience on the item. It keeps the level, so if it's like level 10, it'll stay level 10, but if there's a bunch of experience towards another level, it'll get rid of all that experience. This right here is Baba's Palace. It's always going to be here on story mode. It's the item shop of the game. So you can do the item shop, so you don't have to go to the main menu to buy items. So you buy all the stat boosting items, including more equipment slots, which I'm not going to buy plus 2, because you get plus 3 later on, and a lot of characters can't really use plus 2 to the fullest. Then there's the support type, which you can, instead of equipping abilities like this for their experience, like let's say you only wanted to do attack, defense, and blast 2. It's like, okay, well, you could use the dragon homing uses, tension up, I am champion, gravity device, These items will make it so they give you better stat boosts. Like during the battle, your opponent's speed will go down. So if you didn't want to have a plus speed, you can do Gravity Device, which will make it so they have less speed. I am champion. It also shows you what characters you could use it for. Like this, it's every character. I am champion is only for 3 characters. Vitality gradually recovers greatly. Which is really good for these characters because those characters aren't very good. Tension up. Androids 13, 16, 17, 18, Super 17 are available. Makes the Vitality's health. Dragging homing uses is the the Dragon Dash, I believe. Fusion type. Now this is I would assume the big boy to contention for Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2. To get new characters that you do not play as, specifically villains, you need to get the appropriate fusion item. So if you get Wicked Heart revealed and Bobity's brainwashing, if you fuse them, it'll create a character or an item. I think these are specifically items. I don't remember. I will eventually be doing these. And then before you could even do this, you're like, okay, I got them. I'll just fuse them. Well, you need to have at least one Z item fusion. Granted, they're very cheap. They're only 2,000. And you get parts for fusion for villains as you fight them. What the heck was that noise? I don't know. And it's not a big deal. It's just an extra step. I don't think it was needed, but I think it's still pretty cool. Then the Dragon Radar, which I do recommend also buying if you ever get the money. It's 200,000 Zenny. It's a lot of money. But it'll tell you where the Dragon Balls are, which is actually really good. If you're short for cash and you don't, it's like, oh, I'm never going to use it. Like, for example, Key. I am never going to use it. So I'm just going to sell the Key +1s, because I will never use Key +1 or Blast +1 for that matter.
Is this really okay?
I will never use those, so I'll sell them. Hercule's Autograph I have. It's specifically for selling.
Is this really,
and Hercule's Secrets is also specifically for selling, so that's good. That's 85,000. Look, okay, so okay. I recommend going to do that if you haven't done that. That's a lot of money. 85,000 Zenny this early on in the game. You can get a bunch of stat boosting items really early on. So I definitely recommend doing that if you haven't already. I didn't think it was worth that much. I didn't even think it was worth anything at all. But you can also go to other parts of the cities that only have the yellow square. The red square is the story specifically. So like right here is Tien. We can talk to him. He'll give me if you win against an opponent who is unbeatable in battle, something might happen. It's usually just like tips and tricks on how the game works. It's not necessarily required to go to these. Most of the time I don't. But sometimes, if you are lucky, you can go to a city and there will be a Dragon Ball. It's very not common. In fact, it's funny. I was coming here thinking it would be here. On my test playthrough, there was a Dragon Ball just sitting right next to Yamcha. If you go to Baba's item shop, you can buy various Z items. And that's really about it. This story, it's funny. I said this was the start of the story, but we haven't even done anything yet. I'm sorry, guys. I'll make this one a little longer. This is Hercule. If you don't equip Z items, even if you win battles, you won't gain experience. Okay, so I guess they do tell you. But... And this you can go to a bunch of different areas. You can't, like, go to areas that don't have a square. Like, this is an area you can go to later for certain story events. And, yeah. This map also does have screen wrap, so if you go to one part and it's like, oh, I gotta go all the way across, you can just fly there, or you can screen wrap it. It's not a big deal. But let's go to the Wasteland. This is our first stop on the story mode. I promise this will be mostly story now.
5 peaceful years have passed since the epic battle against Piccolo, but now an evil new menace has cast its shadow over the Earth, the Saiyans.
You're not Kakarot.
Who are you? Tell me.
so the green man thinks he's pretty tough.
What? His power is... Can Piccolo withstand this mysterious invader's monstrous onslaught?
Alright, so we fought Master Roshi. He was level 45. Raditz, trademark, is level 228. I think the levels also depend on the difficulty you're playing at. 228 compared to our 14. That's insane. That's huge. However, you'll notice when you start fighting, the battle conditions, there's no clear conditions. That when it's like that, which I think only happens a couple of times, it only means that it doesn't matter if you win or lose. You could lose. It doesn't matter. The story will progress all the same. However, usually if you win, like I think it was Yamcha was saying, if you do win, you get something nice. Which I would 100% trying to win this battle. If you can't win this battle, I understand. You want to then just come back later. But he's like, look at that was just one throw combo. I would try to charge up for Ki Blast, but I'm afraid he'll be able to hit me before I can. Man, I can't even block that. Oh, there we go. Oh, it didn't even hit him? Oh my gosh, this guy is difficult. Alright, nice. I might not be able to win. It's been a long time since I actually lost against him. I'm just resorting to, like, cheat tactics. There we go. Holy crap. That was way harder than it usually is. But we won. I could have lost. It's not a big deal. But if you win, you get Fateful Brothers, which is a whole new scenario. It's a secret scenario. It's a what-if scenario, which I will be doing after the Sand Saga. But I would recommend trying to get that. Piccolo is 14 to 26, because every one of the stats I put into it level up. So that's what I'd recommend doing for every character you play as. And that's a lot.
The mighty Piccolo was helpless before this powerful new enemy.
There's another large power level. It must be Kakarot.
Impossible. Why has this dark stranger come to Earth?
These loading screens, my goodness. But yeah, so that's that. You can go, like, oh, okay, now we're Goku, and you can go to this new area. Old areas won't be there anymore. It just depends. Most of the time, it's nothing new. Like, here's Yamcha, and you just moved around. Evolution Z, you can replace the Z items you have, so test it out. It doesn't really matter. There are some secret characters you can fight to unlock them, but it's not necessarily a big deal, because they're not like, oh, it's a random chance it'll happen. No, it'll always happen in this specific instance. So if you miss it then, you can just go back to it whenever you feel like it. Goku and his friends were enjoying a happy reunion when a mysterious stranger appeared.
That's definitely Kakarot. He looks exactly like his father.
Who the heck are you?
You mean you don't know? First of all, you are not from this planet. You were born on the planet Vegeta. You are part of the Saiyan race, the strongest warriors in the universe. And I am your brother, Raditz.
The shocking truth is finally revealed. After 2 minutes at most, will Goku give in to his brother's wicked demands?
Do you? Perhaps I'll just borrow your son for a while.
Stay back. Come any closer and you'll be sorry.
Alright, so we have Goku versus Raditz. He's a lot weaker now, but we gotta do some Evolution Z. So whenever I do the Evolution Z and I upgrade their stats, I'm literally going to just cut past it. So, like, you'll see it's now level 8, and now we're level 11, because I couldn't equip extra slots. But this condition is just survive as long as you can. So you don't have to beat him. You can if you want. You have 90 seconds. Survive. But he's not nearly as difficult. I just got a text message, and I don't know who it's from. But I'm going to check later. So when you see them teleport, I think it's just considered a perfect dodge, where instead of blocking, and you can just hold the block button. Man, you are just not working with me today. You just press the block button. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's nothing at all. It's just pressing the block button at the frame perfect time, and you'll like dodge out of the way. I recommend never fighting underwater. For some reason, when you charge your ki underwater, it's a lot slower. Ooh, nice. So like right now, this is normal ki charging speed. Fairly fast. However, if you do it underwater, it's way slower. I don't know why they decided to do it like this. As you can see, my Kamehameha... oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting him to do this. I'm going to lose this one. Yep, well, I figured. My Kamehameha blocked out his energy wave volley. Whenever someone fires a volley of energy blasts like that, a beam or something of the sort will always cancel out the attack. It won't necessarily... it not just won't cancel it out, it'll make it so it destroys the blast, so sometimes they don't even hit you. We got Master Roshi as a playable character and some good money. Nice. So now if you wanted to go in, let's say you're like, oh, I got Master Roshi, I really want to play as Master Roshi. You never play him as the story as far as I'm aware. And you can go play him in dual mode if you want, so that's always nice. And you do have a bunch of characters unlocked as it is, so you don't have to worry about, oh, I want to play as Krillin. Well, you don't play as Krillin until later in the story, but he's unlocked already.
Don't bother. You need me.
Piccolo!
Oh my gosh, it's Piccolo, his former enemy of Goku, who never watched Dragon Ball. Who dis? But that's how the story really plays out. It's very easy, very simple. And now we have two characters who are just going to go to the appointed place. That's about it, really. All the way over here is Kami's Lookout, like when we fought Master Roshi. That's what Korin wanted us to do. Whenever that place is opened up, I always recommend going to it. If you see a place that hasn't opened up in like 15 chapters, I always recommend going there. Specifically like the ice area, or right here. I think there's one down here, like Master Roshi's house. Usually if those are open for you, I'd recommend going there, because sometimes there's like a special fight or a cool item or something. But that's going to be all for this episode, guys. I thank you all for watching. My name is Josh. In the next episode, we're going to go fight Goku's brother Raditz. See you guys then. Goodbye.